Hello and welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Show. I am your host, Jay Jones. Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the Black community by promoting business ownership. If you are currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, we invite you to join us every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint.
Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 321. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is titled, Cash In on the Holiday E-Commerce Gold Rush, 4 Simple Ideas. Cash in on the Holiday E-Commerce Gold Rush, 4 Simple Ideas. Now, we all know that Q4 is always the biggest quarter of e-commerce sales in history. But what you might not recognize or understand is that this Q4, from October 1st to December 31st, 2020, is going to be the greatest Q4 e-commerce gold rush in history of the world. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So recognize and understand this Q4, because of the pandemic and just the natural increase in people ordering online, is going to be the biggest quarter in the history of e-commerce sales in the United States. Now, before we get to today's episode, I do want to share a few things with the BEB family. First and foremost, I want to welcome all first-time listeners to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family. Please stick around until the end of today's show, and I'm going to share all my social media contact information and my resource links, such as the link to my new book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses, and 2 of my platforms, BeSmartByBlack.com and HireBlackFreelancers.com, which are designed to stimulate Black economic empowerment by providing services and platforms that allow Black product producers and Black freelancers to connect with Black consumers and businesses worldwide. Now, let's get back to today's show. I just want to give you guys a heads up. Today's show is going to be shorter than the normal show. It's a holiday weekend. I'm actually traveling this weekend, and the show is going to drop Monday, September 7th, which is Labor Day. So I want to wish all the BEB family members a happy and safe Labor Day. And guess what, guys? Summer's over. It's time to get at it now. Labor Day always indicates when summer is over and everybody is getting back to work. Now, of course, we're in this COVID situation, so nothing is normal right now. But the fact is, it's time to get back at it. So today we're going to talk about cashing in on the holiday e-commerce gold rush, 4 simple ideas. You guys know that I'm a big proponent of e-commerce, and I've been preaching that pretty much since the podcast started almost 6 years ago. And what I saw at that time was I saw other people and other groups and other ethnicities really jumping on that bandwagon, and I noticed that we were lagging behind. So that's why I'm always pushing e-commerce. The majority of the money that I make comes from my e-commerce brands, my physical and digital products, in addition to my other revenue streams and stuff like that. But e-commerce is a big component of that. So I always want to make sure that we understand and recognize where the opportunities are and how we can take advantage of those opportunities. I just want to read a few paragraphs from an article written by Jessica Young for the publication Digital Commerce 360. And it talks about the e-commerce sales in Q2. So the title is U.S. e-commerce sales soar a record 44.4% in Q2 as pandemic sends shoppers online. In a second quarter plagued by the coronavirus that caused widespread store closure and stay-at-home orders, retail flourished online with record growth in purchases through e-commerce sites, according to new data released by the U.S. Department of Commerce. During the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, consumers spent $200 billion online with U.S. retailers, up 44.4% from $138.9 billion for the same quarter the prior year, according to the retail figures published Tuesday by the Commerce Department. That means that more than $1 in every $5 spent came from orders placed on the web during April through June. I'm going to repeat that last part. That means more than $1 in every $5 spent came from orders placed on the web during the April to June period. More than $1 in every $5 that's spent. Guys, I'm telling you, and I've been telling you this, if you think that's crazy, wait till Q4. So Q4 obviously is from October 1st to December 31st. And of course, that's the holiday season here in the United States. And so that has always been the highest quarter in terms of e-commerce sales or sales in general. But what do you think is going to happen now with the current situation, with the pandemic still going on, people still being shut in their homes, not being able to move like we're used to moving? What do you think is going to happen in Q4? I told you on the outset, it's going to be the greatest and biggest quarter for e-commerce sales in the history of the United States and probably pretty much everywhere else. So let's be able to start taking advantage of these things as opposed to sitting back and just watching everybody else make the money and reap the benefits. Okay, I always talk about, like I said, guys, consumers and producers. We're all consumers, but hey, we need to start balancing those scales by being a producer also. So I'm going to talk about 4 things or 4 ideas that you can implement today, ASAP, all right, to start making money online. The first one I want to talk about is print on demand. Print on demand has many benefits. So if you're not familiar with print on demand, that is where you contract out with a company such as Printful. That's who I use, Printful, Printful.com. And you can put designs on t-shirts, hats, mugs, masks, pillows, whatever you want to do. It's called printing on demand. So when somebody orders one of your products, you don't have to go in and have the product already printed sitting in your garage or your office or wherever. The company Printful, and there's tons of them now, so you don't just have to go to Printful. The company Printful will get the product, say it's a pillowcase or a pillow, and you want to have, Merry Christmas or whatever on the pillow. What'll happen is they'll place the order on your website. That pillow that you might charge them $20. And for Printful or one of the other print-on-demand houses, it may only cost you $8 to actually have that pillow printed and shipped out. So that means you took in $20 and it cost you $8. So you profited $12 in this scenario. So that's print on demand. And print on demand, once again, can be used on any type of physical products. Pillows, cups, t-shirts, hats, whatever. Just go and just Google print on demand providers and you'll find a ton of them. So the one that I use, once again, is Printful.com. So print on demand is great. Now, here are the great benefits of print on demand. Number one, you don't have to buy inventory. So like me, I'm sitting here literally in my office right now. I just got my new hot sauce line delivered. And I got boxes in my garage and I have boxes in my office. So you don't have to pay money to get inventory. All right. So that's a big benefit. Okay. So meaning your only cost really is marketing. So that's a tremendous benefit. So you can sell as many different products as you want. So you have flexibility. Say you're trying to sell those pillows and the pillows aren't selling. You know what? Let me switch to a t-shirt. T-shirt's not selling. Let me switch to a hat. Whatever you want to sell, because you do not have to take possession of the inventory and have it made before you sell it. So that is a great benefit of print on demand. Now, there's some tricks and some keys to selling on print on demand. And I mentioned this on a couple of shows before, and I've talked about this to some of my coaching students. So one of the things is, guys, when you're trying to sell print on demand, t-shirts really are a dime a dozen, right? Everybody and their grandma got t-shirts or selling t-shirts. So how do you cut through the clutter? How do you make your product stand out when you're fighting like a million other t-shirts? So here's a couple of clues or a couple of keys for you. All right. The first thing is you want to be able to identify your customer and speak to them directly. Identify your customer and speak to them directly. Now, I always talk about the 5 M's of marketing, right? Message, the right message to the right market via the right medium with the right motivation to make somebody purchase, and measure, okay? Message, market, medium, motivation, and measure. The 5 M's. So the biggest problem is most times we're sending out a message to the wide open sky. You're not focusing your message on who you want to talk to. So the way that you do that is basically, and I'll give you a real life example of a coaching student of mine. It's basically you have to intersect 2 different things. Okay. You need to create an intersection where your customer is. I've told you a couple of stories about this. And if you haven't heard it, I'm going to say it again. If you have heard it, just bear with me. The first one that I always talk about is my 700 level alumni. So I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, right? So I'm from Philly, grew up in Philly, always been a diehard Eagles fan. So in the old stadium, Veterans Stadium, I think it was built in 1971. We had a section, and my season tickets were up there. It was in the top section, the 700 level, which were the cheap seats. Okay. And so my dad had the tickets. He passed them down to me when he got tired of going. So I had 4 tickets to the 700 level at Veterans Stadium. And because they were cheap, the crowd was known to be rowdy. So, I mean, all kinds of stuff would happen up there, which is crazy. When my girls were little, I didn't even want to take them to the games until they got older, because some of the stuff that they would hear and see up there. But what happens is once Veterans Stadium got knocked down, I believe in 2004, and we play in Lincoln Financial Field now. But there's a whole lot of old timers and people that, were alumni of the 700 level. So what I did was I created a shirt, and remember, I couldn't put Philadelphia Eagles in their logo on it because I don't have the licensing rights to do that. So what I did is I created a hoodie because it was during the wintertime, Q4. I created a hoodie and it said 700 level alumni. And it had a picture of Veterans Stadium, and it had the date that it opened sometime in 1971 and the date it was demolished sometime in 2004. Now, remember, I talked about intersections, right? So I have a couple of intersections. I have an intersection of the Philadelphia Eagles fans, and I have the intersection of people that know what the 700 level was. So if you're not from Philly, you might not know what the 700 level was. But anybody in Philly, if you mention the 700 level, they're going to know exactly what you're talking about. So when I ran Facebook ads, I put Philadelphia Eagles fans. I also put keyword 700 level. And the other thing I did was when I had my filter, I filtered for men of a certain age that would remember and have been to Veterans Stadium. I filtered women of a certain age because a lot of times women will buy those gifts for their husband, their brothers, sons, fathers and all of that. And I started selling like crazy because I had several intersections. I didn't just go to Philadelphia Eagles fans. I also put 700 level, and I did a couple other filters to intersect. But that's how you sell print-on-demand products. And I'll give you one that's even better than that. Let me see if I can I got to pull the actual ad out. I had a coaching student who wanted to sell t-shirts, and I explained to her the same thing. I told this story before. She was a North Carolina A&T grad, and this is what her t-shirt said. It said, "No woman is perfect, but if you graduated from North Carolina A&T, you're pretty close." So what's her intersection? She's looking for women that are North Carolina A&T grads. You think it's easy to find that? On Facebook, of course it is. You can focus on North Carolina A&T. You can focus on women from a certain age. And that's how she created an intersection. And she was selling the crap out of these t-shirts. And on the t-shirt, because she didn't have the licensing rights, she had the color of North Carolina A&T school. And she had a woman that has a cap and gown on, like an outline of a woman with a cap and gown. And then she has the verbiage. No woman is perfect, but if you graduated from North Carolina A&T, you're pretty close. So those are the 2 intersections. So it was very easy for her to target that demographic. So when you're selling print on demand, you always want to create an intersection. Okay? Because if you're just selling the North Carolina A&T alumni, that's fine. You'll probably get some sales. But now if you zero in on women North Carolina A&T grads, then that's going to be more direct, and you'll probably make more sales by being more specific. Your message is going specifically to a North Carolina A&T grad. It's a woman that graduated from A&T. So that's how you really come up in the game when you're doing print on demand. So remember, the keys to selling, it's an intersection. All right. Create an intersection where your customer is. So those are two examples of being able to make money with print on demand. Once again, the benefit is you don't have to get inventory for the product. It's print on demand. The only cost you have is marketing your product. All right. Next, we want to talk about selling handcrafted items. So if you have any crafts or you do anything at home, then this is a great opportunity for you. So you can sell your items on platforms like Etsy and Amazon Handmade. So the benefits to you are there's no need to order from China. All right. So I tell all my coaching students and my Brand Builder Academy elite students, if you're getting private label from China, you need to have your Q4 orders already in, because what happens is the shipping cost sometimes doubles or gets close to double when it's the holiday season, because you're not the only one that's ordering. You have big companies, Target, Walmart, that are getting shipments from China that take precedence, and they're filling up all the planes and all the ships. So you as a little guy, compared to those guys anyway, then your cost is going to rise. So Walmart, Target, and all these other major chains, they've had their orders in for the holiday season months ago. Okay. But trust me, this happened to me when I first started doing it. My freight from China to Philly, door to door, damn near doubled during the holiday season because I was running out of product because I didn't understand my inventory at that time. And I had to make an emergency order that got in November. And my agent over there was like, look, dude, I'm sorry, but the quote I gave you doesn't stand up now because everybody's changed their rates. So once again, selling handcrafted items, you don't have to deal with that. So you're creating things at home. So for example, if you make rubs or lotions, any type of food, anything like that, look at Etsy and Amazon Handmade. Okay. Now I mentioned this on the show before too, but years ago, I think my oldest daughter was born, but years ago, my wife used to sew a lot. That's something that she enjoys doing. So when she was a teacher, she started making these handmade Raggedy Ann dolls. And what she was doing was she was customizing them. So the hair color, the skin color, all of that type of stuff, she would customize the dolls. And what she did was she would take an order for them to school. A lot of the teachers would buy them for their kids. And my mother-in-law, who was also a teacher at that time, she was taking orders for her. So during that one holiday season, actually it was a couple of seasons we did it. Man, my wife, now I can't sew now, but I was cutting out the outlines of the dolls. We had a party where my buddies came over and their girls came over. We were drinking, eating pizza, cutting and producing and manufacturing these Raggedy Anns. And my wife, I tell you, every holiday season, she was making a couple of $1,000s with these handcrafted dolls. The problem was the production. It just took so much time to get them done. So we had an assembly line going. Somebody was cutting the fabric. The other people were stuffing the dolls after they were, sewn. And it was crazy. But, my people jumped in and helped out. And for about 3 years straight, and every year it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And that was before Etsy and all that stuff. So just imagine what she could have done based on, today's logistics, selling on Amazon Handmade and Etsy. So if you have any handcrafted type products, then those are great platforms to sell on. Okay, so we have print on demand and handcraft and selling handcrafted items. Next, we're going to talk about affiliate sales. Okay, you can make commissions recommending other people's products or services. So there's multiple benefits to this also. Number one, you don't have to create the product or service, and your only real cost is marketing. Okay, so you can add products, you can switch products. Whatever it is, you're not bound to sell one specific product or service. So that's a great thing. Now, this is a business idea that the light bulb needs to go off right here. All right. So I always talk about Amazon and Amazon affiliates. Yes, I know Amazon cut down their commissions because of the pandemic and all of that stuff. But if you're looking for a business that you can start, and all it's going to do is continue to grow, you need to start looking at an Amazon affiliate website. Okay. There is a software called AuthorityAzon, AuthorityAzon.com, AuthorityAzon.com. It's a WordPress plugin that helps you create product review sites. So what do you think people are looking for the holidays? They're looking for different products to sell, right? To buy, excuse me. So if you have a product review site, and I'm just making this off the top of my head, best toys for 2020. And now this is a WordPress site with that plugin, AuthorityAzon. And now you take the top 20 toys and you're clicking a button and the software actually creates different, a list for you. So now you can go side by side and look at these different toys. And what happens is if somebody buys after they click on your link, because it links right to Amazon, then you get a commission. Now, once again, it's not something that you're going to make a ton of money on right away. But if you continue to do this and add articles to the review site, so if you're reviewing baby strollers, you can have, the best running stroller or jogging strollers. You can have the best strollers for the city. You can have whatever, best double strollers. You can write articles and whatever and start getting organic traffic. And so when people come to your site as a quote unquote authority site and they see all your content and they see that you're able to, you have reviews on the products and they start reading your reviews and then, there's a link to this stroller right here. $200 stroller. Bam. They click the link. They go to Amazon. They trust Amazon. And guess what? You just made a commission off of that. So Amazon isn't the only place you can do this, guys. I know my family, this Corona thing, man, they love shopping online, right? Every day I got something coming to the crib, right? But another one is Wayfair. So Wayfair also has an affiliate program. So Wayfair sells a lot of the other stuff like the furniture and all that type of stuff. So with Wayfair, they have a 7%, I believe it's a 7% commission on their affiliate program. So you can go to Wayfair, WAYFAIR.com, scroll down to the bottom of the screen and they have an affiliate link and you can sign up to be an affiliate. And in that link, it actually says that the average commission is 7% and the average order size is $300. So $300 at 7% is $21. Not that it sounds like a lot of money, but if you're getting traction to your review site, all right, instead of sending people now on your review site to Amazon, they're clicking the link and going to Wayfair. And now when they go on Wayfair, they have your link. And when they purchase, you'll get a commission on that. So affiliate sales. So far, we talked about print on demand, selling handcrafted items, and affiliate sales. Before we get to number 4, I just want to share all my social media contact information and resource links. So I mentioned at the top of the show, my new book is out, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. So if you're interested in building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business, go to anewblackwallstreet.com. Pick yourself up a copy. It's $14.95 for the print version, $9.95 for the digital version. Now, if you need additional assistance building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business, I've created a new flagship program, Brand Builder Academy Elite. You can go to bbaelite.com, fill out the form, and it's going to take you to an information page. The program was normally $397 because of the coronavirus and people are hurting. It's down to $97 with a $100 coupon. So go to bbaelite.com. Once you go through that and watch the video, you can click to enroll. When you enroll, put in the coupon code BBAElite100, BBAElite100, and that'll take it from $197 down to $97. Take advantage of this program, family. This is pound for pound my best program. 15 weeks, crazy content. You got the community, and there's a live coaching component every other week. with me on live with you guys. Also, at the top of the show, I mentioned 2 platforms I've created to help circulate black dollars in the worldwide black economy. The first one is BeSmartByBlack.com. So if you're a black product producer looking to sell your products to black consumers worldwide, upload your product information. It is totally free to BeSmartByBlack.com. Now, I didn't forget about you freelancers. So if you do anything on Fiverr.com or Freelancer.com, it's free to upload your information so you can connect with black consumers and black businesses that are looking to hire black freelancers. So you have BeSmartByBlack.com and HireBlackFreelancers.com. Now, I know I said a mouthful. You can go to BEBConnect.com and find all this information. BEB, like Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, Connect.com. Also, if you need to reach out to me, anything long, hit me on my email. That's jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, JAYJONES, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Facebook, just check out Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Twitter, hit me at jjones001. Instagram, jjonesforreal, JAYJONES, the number 4, REAL. YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, family. I have additional content on YouTube that is not on the show. Yes, the show does come out on YouTube every week, but there's additional content. So go to YouTube, type in Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and hit the like and subscribe button. Also, connect and link up with me on LinkedIn. Just search for Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, J. Jones. Also, to be included in the BEB text line for notifications and reminders about special events, text BEB to 555-888. That's BEB to 555-888. All right, let's get back to number 4. And we're talking about cashing in on the holiday e-commerce gold rush. 4 simple ideas. First idea was print on demand. We discussed that. Number 2 was selling handcrafted items on Etsy and Amazon Handmade. And number 3 was affiliate sales. Number 4 is sell your product on other platforms like Wayfair, Touch of Modern, and SkyMall. All right, if you already have a product, you can sell that product on other product platforms. So, of course, there's Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Walmart, your own site, and all that other stuff. But there are other sites that get tons of traction also. So, for example, I mentioned Wayfair. If you go to Wayfair.com, on the bottom, you can actually sign up to sell your product on the Wayfair website. Now, Wayfair only deals in certain types of products. For example, furniture, bed and bath, decor and pillows, rugs, lighting, kitchen, outdoor, baby and kids, and storage items. So that's what Wayfair normally focuses on. But just go on the site and read the instructions and how to apply to sell your products on Wayfair. Wayfair gets tons and tons of monthly hits. So people are shopping like crazy on Wayfair. Another one that people may not be familiar with is called Touch of Modern. Touch of Modern. You may have seen the commercials on television, but what it is, it's a site that sells mostly to men. So it's for like all types of gadgets and neat things that men may want to put into their house or apartment or use. So it's called touchofmodern.com. Now you can go there and you can send in your product to see if they want to carry your product. Once again, that site gets tons of traffic each month. And I just read an article on those guys, and they do over $100 million a year in revenues. So touchofmodern.com. Another one that actually just is getting ready to start taking outside vendors is SkyMall. Now, I'm sure if you've ever been on a plane years ago, you've seen that cheesy magazine in the back pocket of the seat in front of you. That's called SkyMall. A lot of like junky type of stuff. But SkyMall now has transitioned into a digital publication. Now, once again, a lot of the stuff in there looks like junk, but they're selling like crazy. So you can go to skymall.com, and on the bottom, you can register to sign up to sell your products on their platform. Now, when I just checked it, it looked like they were taking a hold or a hiatus on bringing products on, but they should be coming back because I've actually talked to them earlier in the year about carrying one of my products. So now you can sell all types of products on these other platforms, and I'm sure there are tons of other platforms, but these are 3 off the top of my head that came to me: Wayfair, Touch of Modern, and SkyMall. So long story short, family, once again, Q4 is going to be crazy. And the question I'm always going to ask you, are you going to continue just to be a consumer, or are you going to be a producer? Let's start taking advantage of this technology, guys, and making money from it. And once again, this isn't private labeling and all that good stuff. This is stuff that you can do like ASAP. Print on demand, you literally can be selling in 30 minutes. Okay? Print on demand. That's number one. Number two, selling handcrafted items. So if you're making food, if you're canning peaches or whatever, if you're crocheting, sewing, knitting or whatever, sell handcrafted items on Etsy and Amazon handmade. Affiliate sales. Amazon affiliate sales. Wayfair affiliate sales. There's tons of places where you can find and sell affiliate products. And number four, sell your product on other platforms like Wayfair, Touch of Modern, and Sky Mall. And once again, there are tons more of those too. You just need to do the research. So don't sleep on this e-commerce in Q4, family. I did an episode, The Greatest Wealth Transfer Opportunity in History is Coming. So you see how smaller companies now can start to compete with larger brands. I believe I was reading an article about Gillette, who's the number one razor manufacturer in the U.S., and how Harry's has taken a slice, not a whole lot, but they've taken a slice out of that market and have become very successful. So it's easier now for small guys like us to compete with the big guys. So don't sleep on e-commerce. Like out of the four things I just gave you, like print on demand and affiliate sales, you literally can do that in 30 minutes. You could be up and running in literally 30 minutes in terms of print on demand and affiliate sales. Now, selling handcrafted items, if you don't have those, obviously that doesn't apply to you. And selling your product on another platform like Wayfair, Touch of Modern, or Sky Mall, if you don't have a product, then that won't be applicable to you either. But don't sleep on this, guys. I said at the opening, this is going to be the greatest quarter in the history of e-commerce in the world. So let's be able to get a cut of this. Also, as I say each and every week, family, please continue to spread the word about the podcast and the blog. Once again, it's more than that. It's actually a movement, family. It's about building an economic power base in the Black community. There's no revolution without economics. There's no revolution without economics. As a matter of fact, speaking of print on demand, that t-shirt that I created is a print on demand product. I don't carry it in my warehouse or in my house anywhere. It's print on demand. But there's no revolution without economics. So we got to understand the money game, the finance game, because that unlocks the key to everything else. Politics, education, media, the whole gamut. So it's all about economics. And that's what this movement is about. So once again, guys, please continue to spread the word, family, friends, social media, whatever, and also support the brothers and sisters that I have on the platform. I take a lot of time to vet people before they come on to make sure that I'm giving you guests that are about it, that are real about it. Okay. I get probably 5 to 10 emails literally a day for people trying to get on the show. And it's crazy because I can't possibly vet all of them. So, I try to make sure that whoever does come on the show is vetted and they're real. So please, guys, as BEB family members, if you need any of their products or services, please support the guests that come on the show, because once again, I wouldn't even give them to you if I didn't think they were worthy to be on this platform. Love you guys. See you same time next week. Peace.